So we're going to look at combining functions in function notation. So this is actually not a new topic. It's going to be a combination of two things. So one is looking at expressions that are written in function notation, and then what we're going to be doing is adding, subtracting, multiplying those like we learned earlier in Unit 1. So first thing, we're going to go straight to examples. So I'm going to give you a few functions. So let's say f of x is 3x minus 2. We'll say g of x is 2x squared minus 5. And let's say h of x is x squared plus 4x minus 1. All right, so that's going to be your given information here. So you know that information, and you're going to use that in order to complete the examples. So for example 1, let's say we were asked to do g of x plus h of x. Well, that's just another way of writing what we wrote in Unit 1, where we would have 2x squared minus 5, so that's the g of x, so 2x squared minus 5, plus h of x, which is x squared plus 4x minus 1. So this is just really now going back and reviewing what we learned in Unit 1 about combining polynomials. So what we're going to do is look for like terms. So we have like terms right here. So 2x squared plus x squared would be 3x squared. We have 4x next that does not have a like term to be combined with. And then we have a negative 5 plus a negative 1, which would equal a negative 6. So this ends up being our answer. So again, it's just another way of writing the problems that we wrote in Unit 1. So now I don't want to necessarily go through and work these out, just show you what these things are going to mean. So if we had this problem, then this is going to mean that we want to multiply 3x minus 2 by 2x squared minus 5. So this means 3x minus 2 multiplied with 2x squared minus 5, which hopefully you remember that when we multiply binomials together, that's distributing the 3x and then distributing the negative 2. All right, and again, just to keep this video short, I don't think we necessarily need to go back and review how to work all these out, but just more or less the setup of them. All right. For example 3, if we had something like this, this is telling me to multiply 7 to f of x. So since f of x is 3x minus 2, this is going to mean that we want to do 7 times 3x minus 2. And then from here, we would distribute to get our answer. Let's say that we had g of 5. So we learned with function notation that this means that we are going to use the function that has been labeled g, which is 2x squared minus 5, and we're going to fill in x with a 5. So we need to fill in 5, and then we'll work that one out. So I'm hoping that at this point you kind of are catching on that we are really just doing the same problems we did in Unit 1 using polynomials, except we're writing them in function notation. So if you need to replay anything back, that's fine. If you need to go back and review adding and subtracting polynomials or multiplying with polynomials, those videos are available as well if you search for those from my YouTube videos.